guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name's Amanda and this is Amanda's Aesthetics. Today we are going to be messing around with a palette that I just got in the mail from Jolie Beauty. This is the Intergalactic palette. This is what it looks like. This is the cover of it. It has this gorgeous holographic design on it. Same thing on the back, and it has all that information. When you guys see this color story, this is drop dead stunning. Look at that. This is so pretty to me. One thing that I did want to point out that I thought was so cute was that, I don't know if you guys watch the show Rick and Morty, but I do, and I love that show, and I love that they had this shadow is Rick and this shadow is Morty, and I love that they added that in here. They do have, I believe, pressed glitters in here, and then they've got some shimmers and some mattes. I think we're gonna try and do 4 looks today. I tried this once in my Lime Crime video. I did 1 look on one eye, 1 look on the other, and I'm thinking if we want to try and bang out 4 looks with this thing, that's what we're gonna do. I have swatched a few of these. As you can tell, my fingers are filthy. I also picked up from them these cute little shell mirrors, just a little super cute. And then I also picked up a few liquid lipsticks from them. I got their Spring Air Matte Lip Bundle, and these are what they look like. And then I also grabbed this shade. This is in the shade Unicorn, which is a super pretty purple. We're gonna have to try this because I am like kind of dying to try this out. Today's Super Status video is going to, it's just, that's it. That's it. That is just gonna be the name. Super Status. Cool. Cool. Today's featured video is going to be by Aroma All Day. They are an incredible homemade wax candle company. They have an assortment of scents, an assortment of candles, and they're based up in Oregon. Now, I do have an affiliate code with them. I don't make any money off of it, but it will save you 20% off. It's MANS20, and I'm gonna go ahead and link that in the comments down below. If you guys wanna go ahead and check them out and get 20% off your order, go ahead and use that code. Let's check out the saddest video and jump into the looks. Aroma All Day, you just never fail to satisfy me. Especially like the sounds from their videos are just so satisfying. Like the scraping of the wax and the pouring of the wax, like I can't handle it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into today's looks. My face is done and I have my eyes primed or based with Alter Ego's eyeshadow base. If you have not caught on by now with this rainbow hoodie and my earrings, we're going to get pretty crazy, pretty wild, pretty colorful today. Weird story behind this hoodie. I will share that with you guys at some point in the future. Okay, first shade we're gonna go into is this shade right here, which is Big Bang. And I'm just gonna use that all over. I'm just gonna try and use that as my transition shade if it wants to apply. Oh my god, I need to zoom you guys in a little bit. Sorry. Okie dokie, let's see. We're gonna go into the shade Morty. And I'm just gonna apply that to my outer corners. I'm gonna switch to a fluffier brush. Yeah, that's better. Why am I doing both eyes? Why am I doing both eyes? It's a habit, okay guys? It's a habit. I'm going to stop working on this eye and we're just gonna focus on this eye. Going into this shade Martian, and I'm just gonna put that right on the outer corner. I'm gonna pull that into my crease a little bit to add that depth. Taking that brush that I used with Morty, I'm just going to add more on top to help blend that out. These shadows are definitely the buildable type because I am having to go in quite a bit. Now I do want this deep, so I'm actually gonna go into this shade Black Hole, which is their matte black. Just gonna add more depth. I just noticed I did get a little fallout with that green shade. Very slightly blending that into my crease. I'm gonna try and go into that Martian shade with a fluffy brush. So these mattes seem to be working much better with a fluffy brush as opposed to like a pencil brush or a packing brush. And I'm gonna blend that out. Next, we're gonna go into, I think it's Parallax, and I'm gonna pack that on the inner part of my lid. And I mean, those blended together seamlessly. I mean, look at that. I wasn't even trying to blend. That is stunning. Wow. And then right on the center, I'm going to take my good old friend Rick. I want that outer corner darker. So I'm gonna just repeat the same process that I just did. I'm gonna add some black hole on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna go over that with Martian. All right, we're gonna stop there with this eye, and we're gonna move to the other eye. Working off of what we've got so far, I'm actually gonna go into Morty. I'm gonna pull that up a little bit. Now on the inner part, I'm gonna go in with, let's take some Rick. And they're just blending out so beautifully. Okay, I'm gonna pack that on, and then I'm gonna slowly blend. We're gonna take this shade first. We're gonna go into Black Hole, and then I'm gonna go over that with Dark Matter, which is, it's like a matte plum purple, but it actually has like some blue specks in it. I'm gonna do that in my outer corners. Going over Dark Matter with Ultraviolet. Now, this shade is not really wanting to cooperate. It's patchy, crazy fallout. All right, going into the shade with my finger, and it has like a satin finish to it. It's not like a true matte. Oh, that's applying much better, look at that. And then I'm taking some Rick and Morty. I'm taking some Morty. Rick's already in my inner corners. I'm gonna go over that a little bit. And it's getting a little murky, but not as murky as I thought it would be, mixing this like green with the purple. I'm gonna go ahead and do a half cut crease right here, and I will be right back. All right, while that dries, I'm gonna go back to this eye. So, I'm gonna get my glitter glue, because I think we're gonna need this. I'm going to apply some glitter glue, and I'm gonna try and keep the glitter centered on my lid so that I have the nice gradient on my brow bone. For my outer, I'm gonna try and use the shade Nebula. Oh, wow. Then I'm gonna go into this Pressed Glitter Galaxy, this gorgeous like turquoise. Yeah, turquoise. And I'm just going to slightly overlap them to help them blend. Next, I'm taking Meteorite, and I'm putting that right next to it. And I mean, this was the first all the way to my inner corner. Fallout from that pressed glitters. Wow, I don't know how. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more of Galaxy, and I'm just going to go over that a little bit more, because I don't want it to be like silver. I just want it to be different. And I'm actually gonna try and go over a little bit the pressed glitter with this shade, Milky Way. It's not too bad, actually. You know what? Since we're on this blue kick, I'm actually gonna go into Orbit, and I'm gonna put that over that Nebula shade. I have a few sparkles that are a little sticky, but not bad. I'm gonna go into a little bit of Orbit, just a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of Galaxy with like no glitter glue around the outer corners, just so that there's not too much of a harsh line. We are going to go back to this eye, and I'm gonna take some Stardust, which is a really pretty duochrome. It's like a pearly lavender blue. Wow, look at that shade. That is applying a lot more purple than I thought that it would, but I love it. And then on the center of my lid, I'm gonna go into Intergalactic, and I'm going to help those two shades blend together. And then right on that outer part, I'm gonna go into Antimatter. Oh yeah, just give it that pop. Wow. And then I'm gonna take some Intergalactic and just going to blend those in. Now I'm gonna try Stardust one more time, maybe on a different brush. because I feel like this is really purple, so maybe I had some residue from my brush. Nope. It's just super lavender. It's stunning though. Just going in with no glitter glue at all. I'm going into this one, Spaceship, and we're gonna take that all over, because why not? Now, this is practical because I'm not going anywhere. I don't know how long this would actually stay. It would probably fall throughout the day, but for the purposes that we need right now, I'm loving how this is looking. I don't know how I pull half of this shit off, honestly. I have no idea. So for this eye, I am going to go into that Orbit shade. I'm just gonna smoke that out on the outer corners, and then taking some of Rick. Then I'm gonna go into this really pretty shade. This is the shade Aurora, which is like a lime green gold duochrome. And I'm just gonna pop that on the inner part of my lower lash. I want that blue to pop. I'm gonna go into Ricky again. Ricky. I guess we're on first name basis now. Alright, I'm gonna stop there. Now, the inner corners of this eye, I'm going into the shade Cosmic, which is super, super, super pretty. It's like a pearl gold lime green. That's just gonna go right on the inner corner. And it's also gonna go on my brow bone. You know what? I actually don't really like it on my brow bone, but it's fine. It's just gonna stay there. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Morty, and I'm just going to right under here, pull it down a bit. We're gonna go into Dark Matter for the outer corners on the other eye. And then for the rest of my lower lash, I'm gonna go in to Parallax. You know what? Right on that inner corner, I'm actually gonna take some of Morty. Right on the inner part of my lower lash, I mean. And then for my inner corner, first we're gonna go in to Whiteout, just their white matte. I wanna see how that looks. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into Cosmic, which is just that same shade that I use on the other side. Why not? We'll pull that up right over. That is such a pigmented shade, oh my god. Look at that, whoa. For my waterline on this eye, I'm gonna go into just my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Whiteout, or White. And then up top, I'm going to use my Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX in the shade Purple Velvet. And then for this eye, I'm gonna go into my LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner in Fresh. And I'm just gonna put that on my lower lash. And then for my upper waterline, I'm just using my Real Her black eyeliner. Now, I just picked up, I think it's Guerlain, I don't know. I'm not bougie enough to pronounce it. But I think it's Guerlain Maxi Lash. Let me take it out of the box. That would be helpful. This, it's gorgeous. It feels super, super expensive. Have not tried this yet. For my lower lash on this eye, I'm feeling like I'm gonna use some silver. I'm gonna go into my Urban Decay Double Team Special Effects Colored Mascara. I have the gold and the silver side. So I'm gonna just take the silver side and pop that on my lower lashes. And I do really like that actually. I'm gonna lightly go over the rest of my lashes on this eye with it. And then I'm going to pop on this really pretty unicorn liquid lipstick, and I'll be right back. Jesus Christ. Let me zoom you guys out for a second. Okay. I am in love. I am so in love. Particularly, I mean, I love this eye look. I love how I was able to get the pressed glitters to work exactly how I wanted them to. But can we just talk about this eye for a second? Like, it's like total galaxy vibes, like all the way. So this I did apply over, I had like some lip gloss on already. So I did apply it over and it was a little bit more sheer than I would have liked. So then I did a second coat of it and then it got like chunky almost when it was drying because it is like a matte lipstick. I just added like a lip gloss on top of it. Although like I would never ever like wear this, I do really like the color. I think it is very interesting, actually. And I like that it's like a cool tone purple as well. And I think that it goes really nicely, especially with this eye look. Yeah, this look, mwah. Molto bene. So the mattes that I used were really pretty. They weren't super pigmented, but they did blend out fairly easily. And these shimmers were nice as well. The pressed glitters I had no problem with. I mean, I used the glitter glue on this eye and it performed beautifully. I actually mixed in some like matte shadow in the outer corner and was able to get the color that I loved with it. So I love that I was able to get a color that wasn't provided in the palette with what I was given. The one thing that I will say is that the darker colors like Black Hole, Dark Matter, Martian, those shadows, they need a little bit more build up. They're not super pigmented right off the bat, but again, I think that's also just because I'm spoiled with just like the crazy pigmentation that they have in some eyeshadows nowadays. Yeah, I don't really have much to say aside from I had a really good time doing both of these eye looks. So yeah, I really don't, I love it. I don't want to take it off. But I'm not gonna bail on you guys because I am excited to do 2 more looks with this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face off. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try. And then I'll be right back. Ladies and gents, my face is clean and I am so ready to jump into looks 3 and 4. So we are going to start with this eye. Let's change things up a bit, shall we? We're gonna start off by taking this shade. This is Supernova, and I'm going to just kind of pop that all over. By the way, my eyes are re-primed with my Alter Ego shadow base. You know what? I'm going to go into a little bit of white out, because why not? And I'm going to help soften those edges. Going into Comet, this very bright orange. And I'm gonna kind of focus that on the outer portion, but I'm gonna kind of bring it in like that. I love how the mattes just blend together. Like I don't have to do anything. Super pretty. And then back in with Supernova a little bit, just to blend out those edges. Going into Light Year, which is this really pretty, it's like a salmon color. I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing, but every time I'm getting a little bit more focused towards that outer corner. We're taking Supernova, and we're gonna just blow that up a bit. I'm loving these sunset vibes that I'm getting right now. Killer. We're gonna go into Red Dwarf, which is this like a deep red matte. This shade is not showing up too well. Not like I'd like. Let me try a different brush. Not that brush. Let's try a packer brush. I'm gonna pull it into my crease a little bit. Then I'm gonna go into that shade Antimatter, which is that like Barney purple. And I'm gonna just pop that right in that outer corner. Really building that shade up because I want it to be nice and bright. Then I'm gonna go into Asteroid, which is this really pretty pink. And I'm gonna pop that on my center. A little bit more antimatter. I feel like I've already said this, but I feel like it's kind of hard to build these darker shades up to like the depth that you want them to be at. And then I'm gonna take some of that Light Year and just right around those edges. For my inner corners, I'm gonna take this shade Cosmic. I'm sorry, not my inner corners, the inner part of my lid. And then taking a little bit of that orange Comet, and pop that right on the center. Taking some Cosmic again, and I'm just going to blend it in. I feel like I'm kind of losing this orange as I try and blend it out. On my lower lash, I'm going to take some of that Antimatter, and I don't know why I feel like I keep losing it. I'm going to just go over it a little bit in that outer corner, and then I'm just putting that Comet shade on the rest of my lower lash and kind of blending it into Antimatter. Taking just a little bit more to help it blend. All right, I'm gonna stop there for now, and we may go back to it, but I'm just gonna leave that there right now. Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot to zoom you in. Okay, I have an idea, and I think it's gonna be fun. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm taking some of that parallax, and I'm going to pull that all around over here, taking some of that shade Ricky, and we're just gonna kind of go ham. So I'm really gonna pack the shit out of these shadows to get it as blue as I can. Okay, that's pretty blue. So I just took Parallax and Ricky. I'm gonna go into that shade Orbit, and we're gonna halo-eye this look. So I'm gonna put that on my outer and my inner parts of my lid. I'm gonna pull it into my crease a bit. Then I'm actually gonna take a little bit of that dark matter shade, and I'm just going to use that just to deepen it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of Ricky and help it all blend out. I'm going to do a center cut crease right on the center where I want that halo to be, and then I will be right back. I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna go to this side. I'm gonna try to do a similar effect that I did with the second look, with the look that was on this eye. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade Zodiac, which is a really pretty purple pressed glitter, and I'm gonna try and take some without any glitter glue. So we're gonna slowly work our way. I feel like with this look, it's just looking like a little like messy almost. Maybe it's because it's like a dark shimmer. I'm gonna go ahead and go into this shade, which is Constellation, and I'm gonna take that on the lid, in the center. I'm popping a little bit of Comet on the center, and I'm popping a little bit of the antimatter on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna blend those in. I'm just kind of simmering down those shimmers because I feel like they were a lot. I'm getting a little lost, to be honest, in this look. Taking a little bit of that supernova yellow. I feel like I'm kind of losing this look. We're just gonna go back to this eye. I should have just left that eye alone. Alrighty, I am gonna go into Light Year, which is that pretty salmon, and I'm just gonna pop that right on the center. I'm really just gonna pack that on, and then I'm taking a little bit more of Ricky, and I'm just popping that right there to help that blend. Taking some Orbits, because I do want to keep these corners nice and deep, some dark matter, and then we're gonna try this with Constellation, and I'm gonna use no glitter glue. I want to see how I like it just kind of sparse first to keep that salmon shade showing through. You know what, I'm thinking we're gonna take that Constellation shade and slowly, I don't know why I'm like liking this technique a lot, and then right on the outer corner I am just going to fade out the sparkles. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this Spaceship, which is the silver pressed glitter, and I'm just going to blend that in a little bit on the inner corner. Alright, so I actually just went ahead and went in and I just took all of the glitter off of my eye on that eye and just kind of went back to my original look because I was kind of digging that a little bit more. I just thought that it looked a little too messy with all of the glitter everywhere. It just wasn't working for this look. So we are back to what we should have just stayed at. All right, for my lower lash on this eye, I'm going to take some of the dark matter purple, and I'm just going to put that on the outer, and then I'm going to take that Light Year, the pretty salmon, and I'm actually going to take a little bit of this Asteroid Pink right here, and I'm gonna pop that right on the center, and I'm gonna do the same on this side. Just pop that pink right in the center. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that Parallax and I'm just gonna pull it down a little bit and then pull it out a little bit. And then going in with a little bit more of the Constellation Crest glitter, I'm gonna pull that out a little bit. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that dark blue Orbit and just pop that right on the outer corner. For my inner corners, I'm gonna take the Stardust shade on this eye, and I think I'm gonna do white, and then I'm gonna go on top of it with the Cosmic shade on this eye. And then I'm just gonna slowly blend that in. So for the upper waterline on both of my eyes, I'm gonna use my Real Her black eyeliner. On my lower waterline on this eye, I'm gonna take my NYX Epic Wear liner stick in the shade Chartreuse. This is a super pretty, like, green yellow Chartreuse. And then on this eye, I'm gonna go in with my Lethal Gel Liner. This is in the shade Bit Crush. I'm gonna just take a little tiny brush and put that on my waterline. And then I really like that effect that I did with the lower lash line being a different color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do black mascara on my upper lashes on this side and on my upper lashes on this side. And then I'm going to do silver on my lower lashes on this side and gold on my lower lashes on this side. And then I'll be right back. Alrighty people, we are back. Now, I did go ahead and do everything like I think I said. I don't even remember what I said. I think I was gonna do black on both, but I did do brown on my upper lashes on this side. I did silver on my lower lashes, gold on my lower lashes. I did decide to add some liquid liner, so I went in on this eye with my ColourPop Jelly Much. This is in Hoot and Holler. This is this shade, and it was a little dried out, so I had to use some setting spray with it. I did my best. I could probably use another coat, honestly. But yes, that's what I did on that eye. On my other eye, I did liquid liner up top. I used my Lip Bar liquid eyeshadow. I don't know what, I think it says this is the shade Jet Setter, which is like the super pretty, it's like a purple. It has like different colored sparkles in it. It's a super pretty purple though. And then on my lower, I used my NYX A Bit Jelly, and this is in the shade Bronze, which was like the most orange liquid eyeshadow consistency that I could find or that I own. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm talking about. I also, the inner corner shadows I did use on my brow bone as well. So this is the first eye and the second eye. And then on my lips, I went ahead and went in with this shade Sweetheart, which is this one. Now, I did want to show you what it looks like. So it just looks patchy. Go ahead and zoom you out now. And I am just gonna, probably when I use these, I'll just put a gloss on top because that tends to kind of help with patchiness, at least I've noticed. So I'm just gonna go in with my, what is this? My Butter London Glaze and Lip Glaze in this shade, because I thought that it matched the lipstick well. All right, now let's get talking about these shadows. So overall, I think honestly, I used every single shade in here except for this shade, Alien. The mattes I felt like were inconsistent. Some formulas with certain shadows were really good. For example, I mean, the first one I think of honestly is this pink, this Asteroid Pink. This was a very nice pigmented shade, as well as Ricky was a very nice pigmented shade. And then there were other mattes that just didn't impress me at all, especially like the darker ones, like these down here. This red was just eh. There were just some mattes in here that were not impressive at all. And then there were some mattes in here that worked perfectly fine. So a little inconsistency with the formula, I feel like. The shimmers performed very nicely. I had kind of a hard time using a brush with them, but they did perform very nicely. Like when I went in and used the ultraviolet with my finger, it was so pretty. These 3, or I guess these 4 shades right here are stunning. I feel like they really make the palette, and especially these 2 shades go with any look that you could possibly make, which I really like. The pressed glitters, I actually really enjoyed the pressed glitters. I know a lot of people don't really like pressed glitters because they're messy and they're pressed glitters, but I actually really enjoyed these pressed glitters. I had no problem working with them, and what I really liked about them was that I was able to get them to do exactly what I wanted them to do. I really didn't have much fallout, not fallout like you would usually have from pressed glitters. So that was very impressive to me. I didn't have that much fallout in general, I feel like. But yeah, overall, I am really happy with this palette. I'm glad that I picked it up. I think that I created 4 really pretty looks based off of the 4 looks that I made. Like, you could just make a bunch of different looks in here. I like the color choices. I like that they added a lot of desaturated shades rather than having like a bright red. You have a deep red rather than having like this bright royal blue. I mean, this is kind of royal blue, but it is a little bit desaturated. So I did really like that about this palette. The lipstick I wasn't super impressed with. The shades I thought were really pretty, but I mean, you guys can see, like, they just, like, they're patchy. Yeah, they're patchy. I like them when they dry down and they're matte, they're nice and thin, but they just don't look pretty. If you are making a purchase from Jolie Beauty, I just wouldn't really recommend their lipsticks, but I would recommend this palette. Once you kind of figure out what application works best for the shadows, you're gonna have a really good time using this, and I had a really good time using this. I mean, I've been filming for a while just because, like, I kind of just got in the zone and I started just kind of like doing my thing, which is what I look forward to when I'm buying eyeshadow palettes and messing around with them. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. I want to lose track of time. I feel like that's really where the creativity sparks, is just like when, you know, when you're just kind of going for it and you just like come up with stuff. This look, you know, I saved it. There was a second when I wasn't sure where we were going with that, but it turned out seemingly okay, so can't complain. So that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope this was informative, interesting. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, you know what to do. And I don't really like to tell you guys to do that because I feel like if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it whether I tell you to do it or not. But whatever, that's just what YouTubers do, right? Anyway, thank you again, Aroma All Day, for letting me use your video in mine. I love your videos. They always just make me happy and they just please me, and I hope they please you too because I really enjoy watching them, and you will definitely see more in the future. Again, if you're interested, go check out Aroma All Day and use my code MANS20 to get 20% off of your purchase. And go ahead and check this out if you have not already. And I definitely think that you will have a good time. Ooh, I just love that outside of it. You will definitely have a good time if you pick this up. Skip the lipstick, pick up the eyeshadow palette. That's what I recommend. Go ahead and let me know which look you liked better. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I mean, I don't know how you want to number them because I kind of did do multiple looks at the same time, but just let me know what you guys think. Any thoughts, any comments, let me know if you have tried this palette and if you have similar thoughts as me or different ones, any tips, tricks, anything like that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.